If your car has rough idle, hesitation, or bad fuel economy, stop what you're doing, because right now, you might be one repair away from wasting $1,000 or more on something that isn't even broken. Your engine isn't failing, your transmission isn't dying, your car is being fed bad data, and that bad data is coming from 5 sensors that almost nobody ever cleans. Today, I'm going to show you exactly which sensors these are, how shops misdiagnose them every single day, and how you can fix most of these problems yourself in under 30 minutes. Let's get into it. Let's start with the most over-replaced part in the entire automotive world, the oxygen sensor. Shops love this thing, not because it fails often, but because it's easy to blame. Here's how it works. Your O2 sensor sits in your exhaust and measures how much oxygen is in the gases leaving your engine. That data goes straight to your ECU, which adjusts fuel delivery in real time. Simple. Now here's where it goes wrong. You get a check engine light. The code reads P0171 or P0174, system running lean. The shop tells you, your O2 sensor is bad, and suddenly you're looking at $400 to $600 per sensor, but that's not what the code means. A lean code doesn't mean the sensor failed, it means your engine is running lean, and there are multiple causes for that. Dirty MAF sensor, vacuum leak, low fuel pressure, but instead of checking those, shops skip straight to replacing parts. That's how people end up paying hundreds for sensors that were working perfectly. Now let's talk about one of the most expensive misdiagnoses out there. Your car hesitates, it jerks between gears, acceleration feels off. Most people think, transmission problem, and shops will happily agree. But a lot of the time, it's not your transmission at all, it's your throttle position sensor, or more specifically, a dirty throttle body. Your TPS tells the ECU exactly how far you're pressing the gas pedal. That data controls fuel, ignition timing, and even when your transmission shifts. So when that signal gets inconsistent, your car shifts weirdly. Too early, too late, sometimes hard. Feels serious, right? But here's the truth. Over time, carbon builds up inside the throttle body. That buildup causes the throttle plate to stick slightly, then release, then stick again. And the TPS just reports what it sees. Inconsistent movement. Shops replace the throttle body. Or worse, they go after the transmission. Meanwhile, a $6 can of cleaner in 20 minutes solves most cases completely. Next up is the sensor almost nobody understands, the MAF sensor. Even some mechanics confuse it with the MAF, but they're not the same. The MAF sensor measures pressure inside your intake manifold. Your ECU uses that to calculate air density and fuel delivery. Now here's the key detail. The MAF sensor connects directly to your intake through a small port or vacuum line, and that tiny passage, it gets clogged. Carbon, oil residue, dirt. Once that happens, the sensor starts reading bad pressure data. You get rough idle, poor acceleration, and one very specific symptom, surging at steady speed. You're cruising on the highway, holding the gas steady, and the engine pulses. That's not misfiring, that's bad pressure data. Shops see the code and quote a new sensor, 150, 300, but cleaning that tiny port takes 2 minutes, that's it. Now we get to the one that scares everyone, the crankshaft position sensor. When this one starts acting up, it doesn't give you mild symptoms, it gives you chaos. Your engine cranks, but won't start, or it runs fine, until it suddenly dies at a stoplight. Then won't restart for 20 or 30 minutes, then magically works again. That pattern, heat-related stalling, is classic CKP behavior, and this is where people lose serious money, because when your car won't start, you panic, you tow it to a dealership, they run diagnostics, and suddenly they're talking about engine timing, internal damage, worst-case scenarios. Now you're approving a $2,000 inspection just to find the problem. But in many cases, it's not the engine, it's not the timing chain, it's a dirty or corroded connector. The CKP sensor sits low on the engine, exposed to heat, oil, and road grime. Over time, the connector builds resistance. That resistance interrupts the signal, and your engine shuts down. Cleaning that connector and applying dielectric grease can completely fix it. A few dollars versus thousands. And finally, the most important sensor on this list, the one that ties everything together, the one almost no shop checks first, the MAF sensor. This is the sensor that measures how much air enters your engine, and your entire fuel system depends on that number. If the reading is correct, your engine runs perfectly. If it's wrong, everything falls apart. Lean codes, rich codes, misfires, bad fuel economy, rough idle. Here's the problem. The MAF sensor uses extremely delicate sensing elements, thinner than a human hair, and over time, they get coated with oil vapor, dust, and carbon. You can't see it, but it completely ruins the readings. So your ECU starts compensating, then overcompensating, then throwing codes everywhere, and shops start replacing parts, chasing symptoms, instead of fixing the source. This is how people spend $1,500 to $2,500 and still have the same problem, until someone finally cleans the MAF sensor and everything goes back to normal in 15 minutes. Before you approve any repair, do this first. Clean your MAF sensor, clean your throttle body, check your MAF sensor port, inspect your CKP connector. These are simple checks. They cost almost nothing, but they can save you thousands. And next time a shop gives you a big quote, ask them one question. Did you clean the MAF sensor first? That one question will tell you everything you need to know.